All right, welcome back, guys, to the Guided
Indeed.
Primal Sutra podcast. We're back again with an incredible topic at hand. And I
Yeah.
actually got this topic by speaking to one of our close friends, past client as well,
Yeah. Yeah.
Joey. And he shared a recent win for
Yeah.
confidentiality reasons. I'm not going to share that. However,
Naturally.
what was interesting is he talked about the energy right now, and I think it's definitely true that what we're feeling right now is kind of like a pressure wave of global energetic recalibration. So
Mm,
it's sort of like splitting us into heaven and hell. It's like there's a timeline split, and we have to
right.
choose which way to go. And it's not just good and bad, right? In like a cartoon, it's more like the result of multiple energy cycles peaking at once, which
Right.
is that's what's happening right now.
So today's topic has to do with a set energetic dichotomy,
Right.
right? Polarity is speaking, this is how the masters play it. Hmm. I chose this topic indeed because one of our former students, good friends, had a major win. What can we learn from that win without going too deeply into the big win he's gone through?
Mm. I honestly think it's due to the result of really him aligning with the frequency of that kind of work, that level of work.
Mm.
So I think if we were to learn something from it, it would probably have to be that you should have like some big project in your mind that you're looking forward to. That's what's going to keep your energy high and moving along. If you have zero
Mm.
plans, no future projects, nothing going on in your hometown, you're going to be stuck in a similar pattern and it's going to be very frustrating. So that's the main lesson I would say is just get really clear on the kind of energy that you want to magnetize in your life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Could you give an example, Sumit?
Yeah, so let's say that I want to be a great golfer, go on the world tour or whatever, golf tour, and I want to embody that energy, right? So I have to now
Mm.
tune into the idea that I'm connecting to the peak experience of me being in that golf course. So I already have
Mm.
to create that state within me.
Right. Which means if the state is already within you, that means it might as well have happened, which means the exercise, remember when this and this happened, how great it felt.
Right.
I got
Right.
it. Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like
Remember when we were back in Bali with
yeah.
Joey? Maybe if someone
Oh
can
yeah.
join and just fucking meet up with wine again for old time's
That was
sake.
a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
remember when we tapped into both Tanaga and the island Garuda energy and did some unhauntings, if you want to call it like that.
Well, I honestly feel like that's where we got kind of a mini awakening because we started to really double down on this path once we realized when we first met Ryan G, like there's some weird mystical shit happening that we didn't know what was happening,
Uh,
basically.
this is less an exercise, but this is something that actually happened. Remember when the first time we met face to face and everything around us just went hyper spooky
Yeah.
every fucking time. Like we have what, three, four annual trips so far, and every time it's something else. There's
Right.
never a moment where when you and I meet that there's no spooky things happening. Bali, it was ghosts and very hostile Garudas. What was after that? Costa Rica was a combination of a spirits misunderstanding my energy and just
There
fake
was like
white
Wendigo
witches.
energies. Yeah, there's like
Oh, but that was what Wendigo was in New Zealand.
oh, Wendigo was New Zealand, right?
Yeah, but that was
What was an
That was
there was another one in Costa Rica, I remember, with these beings of the land, the
eh,
whistling ghosts or whatever.
yeah, wraiths,
Yeah,
whistling wraiths. Yeah, that was
the
creepy,
whistling
man.
wraiths. Yeah,
That was creepy.
yeah,
And the trekking up the mountain. Remember that shit? Yeah,
yeah,
listen to use the technology that the locals use. Don't be stubborn.
definitely. And it's a
Anyway,
good idea whenever you're traveling to look up walkthroughs on YouTube. There's always like beach
yes,
walkthroughs and different things, and just immerse
yes,
yourself in that. Very good
yes,
idea. Yeah.
yes. I mean,
So yeah,
every
what's
trip,
happening right now, I mean, on the
yes.
planet is basically like the humanity's nervous system seems to be overstimulated. So, I mean, the field that we live in is now oscillating faster between love and fear states.
What
So
does that
that's why
mean?
well, this polarity feels sharper because the amplitude is bigger. So it's like we basically have to understand that we all need to calm and ground ourselves into the Earth's energy because that's what's going to recalibrate us. When your frequency is rising, your unhealed patterns have to surface to be cleared.
Right,
So the
right,
higher the voltage, the more the shadows are forced to reveal themselves.
exactly.
So I think of it less like canceling the energy, but more like balancing under acceleration is really what we need.
The image I got was imagine a mantis being infected by a parasite, and you know those videos where they dip the mantis in something pure like water, and then the parasite just swims out, but the
Mhm.
mantis can just continue further. That's how I see it. Be it the shadows, be it whatever parasitical entities reside within you, the moment you allow yourself to raise in frequency, they cannot stay. It's the same thing that happened to me with my left leg, waking up with an extremely big blister, and come to find out because I've been consistently raising my frequency with the Primal Sutra practices and SR, some fucker disappeared. And it's still unclear to me whether it was something of me myself or something inherited from my family through blood. Unclear. But anyway.
It's almost like I see it as like the pendulum is swinging faster so it can center sooner. So we're
Mm.
going into heaven, hell energies, and then we can stabilize it. Um, because heaven is coherence, expansion, flow, hell is contraction, resistance, looping thought.
Well,
So both are right here, right?
if you take the pendulum and you create a disc that's on its side
Mm,
like a Beyblade, if you
yeah.
flick it once, it might just reach another edge. But if you flick it a lot to the point where it has the ability to get momentum, it's going to be centered. So, in an ironic twist, speed and momentum creates a groundedness this device needs to stay
That's
planted.
right. And I think the Primal Sutra mindset honestly wins in this kind of climate because,
Hmm.
I mean, Primal Sutra, we anchor our frequency beyond polarity, right? So we're not playing choose light or choose darkness. We're mastering the center point so we can alchemize both.
Right.
So when others get tossed around these extremes, we become the still axis,
Yeah.
basically letting heaven's grace feed us while hell's fire is trying to forge us. So
Right. The
yeah,
pros
that's
and
why you
cons
gain
of
power.
this would be we can never be as good as the extremes, but the pros are then again we won't be affected as badly as those extremes, which means we're like far more balanced. And then still
Yeah.
we can choose, to take a step further in either direction. Anyway, you were saying, Sumit.
So yeah, it's kind of like a field shift that's making these unconscious patterns more visible for us. So it could be social polarity, like people are really kind one day, the next day they're ultra hostile, um, emotional spiking, like feeling ecstatic and then heavy the next day. So
Right.
this kind of stuff seems to be happening quite recently, and lessons we've been kind of dodging are now showing up daily. If you've noticed, like
Yeah,
it's
I've
like,
noticed.
yeah,
That's the reason I share those
yeah,
memes on our adapt group.
yeah.
Um, yes. Tell me more about why shadows have to reveal themselves, old wounds have to reveal themselves, parasitical entities have to reveal themselves as you rise in frequency. What's the math behind it?
Math. Okay, so heaven is an expansive energy, and hell is
Yes.
a closed and contracting frequency, right? So there's states,
Mm,
not places, and so
okay.
you can flip them in seconds by just thinking like the trap is thinking you have to escape hell instead of learning to walk through it without burning, right? So the moment we
Which is what we're
resist the
being taught, right?
resistance, yeah, it gets fucked up. So we got to kind of relax in the chaos moments that are coming up, relax through the chaos in a strange way. Um, and the reason why these lessons are showing up is probably because it's pushing out all of our karmic imprints so that we can get rid of them, right? So that we
Interesting.
can transmute them. Yeah.
Interesting. Um, I'm reminded of my first psychedelic trip, and the higher I got, especially with fasting 24 plus hours, I was almost releasing myself in physical form to the point where it was so natural to be in multiple places at the same time.
Yeah.
For some reason, I entered this realm of dragons. And whenever that sudden channeling caused within me has set me up to stay connected with those energies for however long. So I'm not saying do what I did, but what I am saying is you are responsible for your own state of mind, own state of being, your own frequency, and it's pretty easy to do as long as you know how to switch that polarity up. And thus, not necessarily exploiting, but enjoying the waves that come your way instead of constantly
Yeah.
dreading what will happen next. I mean, bullshit is
Right.
gonna happen anyway. You might as well turn it into fertilizer, but that also means you need to learn how. And that's where, mystery schools like Primal Sutra, etc., come into play.
Yeah. I honestly think that people check the regular weather more than their energy weather, and that's why they're fucked up. So,
I mean, don't get
like,
me
if
wrong,
each
Sumit.
morning,
Yeah.
well, you're gonna make a joke, go ahead.
I mean, don't get me wrong, man. If it's great weather outside and I'm near the beach, I'm gonna be happy.
Right.
I know
Exactly.
other peoples that love the snow, etc. But some seasons are just not for me. But again, it is your responsibility to feel good. When you feel bad, you've allowed yourself to feel bad, be it about yourself or the situation, etc.
Well, it
That's all it
comes from
is.
the negative beliefs, really, and
Mm,
if we don't tackle those, then it's just gonna start looping in different ways. It's almost like we have to turn limiting beliefs into limitless beliefs. That's the main like protocol out of the
yeah,
negative beliefs. And micro adjustments, if your energy's too high, then ground. If it's too low, then activate movement, light exposure, right? So it's kind of simple, but people don't do it. Okay, so That's the
I
thing.
think they don't do it because it seems too easy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I
It's
gotta
like,
breathe today. Yeah, bro.
I think that's
Yes,
what
you
it is.
do.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's like 9 out of 10 times the things we talk about, people already know. It's not new. I mean, the packaging is, but it's the same thing. And I'm not, you know, dissing our own products and our programs, but let's be fair. 9 out of 10 people that watch the things or these things or whatever motivational speaking, whatever, still don't do anything. It's that
Right.
singular percentage of people that actually do something about it. And let's be fair, action gets results, plus your thoughts, etc., and how you apply those eventually to the actions that get those results. And if you're coming from the wrong place and the wrong frequency, you might be doing the right things, but coming from a place of scarcity, you're only sabotaging yourself in the long term. Thus,
Hmm.
the
Right.
economics of
It's almost
energetics.
like I'm just thinking about like, yeah, why aren't we just taking more action? And I think it comes down to action is blocked not because we don't know what to do, but because our nervous system is hesitating to feel what action will make us feel. So we don't like fear of discomfort, overthinking, perfectionism, identity conflicts, this kind of stuff really creates fear, friction, resistance, and false narratives, like false AI storylines or like negative timeline storylines that
Right.
we start feeding on. Did you know that the word dystopia was popular a little while back? That was on purpose, right? So
Okay.
they change the keywords every year. So check in on the keywords of the year, the most common keywords, and that's how the media is trying
So,
to usually change your mind.
so this is like my pet peeve with some of humankind is why is some parts of humankind actively seeking the complete destruction through these dark forces and, dark manipulations. It's,
They think
it's
they're the savior, right? Like, so they
right,
think they're the good ones.
right, sure. So you're telling me by creating such dangerous or at minimum powerful egregores to such words, you think you're saving people?
Well, if you don't handle your traumas, it's going to come out and harm others as a projection, right? So that's why many
Yeah,
people just turn their pain outwards instead of dealing with the pain inwards. And I think that's a huge problem in society. Um, yeah, because it's fed so much to us that we have to tackle the pain outside instead of
you
inside,
have to.
Yeah.
Because the pain inside hurts too much. But being the shadow dancer of Primal Sutra, let me be the first to say that you gotta handle it, man. There's no way out but through, man. There's no
Yeah,
way
because
out but through.
destruction can feel like a shortcut to influence, right?
I mean,
Just knock
yeah,
down every other building and fucking win, you know? Like that's the way it's been kind of
yeah, but
going.
is it sustainable? No.
Right.
You do it
Exactly.
enough times, you'll be destroying yourself because
We've
it's that
seen it
famous
so many
story,
patterns from the history and we still
man.
keep doing it.
It's a Japanese or Chinese story of you had this great swordsman. He is defeated
Hmm.
all in the land, so now he's seeking to fight the strongest animals, from the phoenix, etc., until he meets a dragon in a cave full of mirrors. And the moment he defeats
Yeah.
this dragon, he wakes up with a sword in his stomach, only realizing too late
Hmm.
that he has destroyed the very thing that he so desires. So
Got it.
my interpretation of that story is do not let your own ambitions become greed, because of scarcity or because of trauma, because of your projections or the projections of others, or expectations of others. Focus on doing it as much good as you can while you can. Yeah.
So we have a
And
comment from YouTube, if we want to go into that.
could you read it up? I didn't.
Yeah. So this that guy that's there is his username
Well,
is
what is
saying
it with all the unique, like, like, for, I shouldn't be calling your name, but one of our desktop has a
that guy
funny name
that's
too.
here. All
Anyway,
right. So
anyway, what
another
what is he saying?
he said he's saying another thing I wanted to say the other day during the last live was money is important and awakens who we truly are inside. Okay.
I
Yeah,
well,
money
well,
amp is an amplifier. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah, 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 yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Because through money, like part of the root energy will be handled, thus creating safety. Thus you have like that breathing space to be more of yourself and less the robot that just gets shit done. So yeah, I can see that. I
Oof,
can see that.
Kugeraji's tapping in with a quotable. He's saying money is just condensed permission. Basically lets your archetypes out to play.
Right?
That's interesting. Yeah, and also we don't really want the money per se. We want the peak experience of having the money, the character that it
Yes.
makes us. Right? That's a very powerful thing to recognize. I'm not after the material thing. I'm after the what that material thing brings to my life. It changes my state. That's wild, huh?
I'm nah, I shouldn't be saying this. No, I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
this
your
on a.
guides will know if you should say it. So check in with Boreas before you
No,
you
no, he's
talk about
saying
it. Yeah.
not for this one. This is for private sessions
Okay.
only. Because
All
I
right.
was gonna say it's a very interesting things. Not visually, but it has a lot to do with character.
Hey there, Ellie.
Um, hey W. Let's see. We got 3 more minutes. Oh, that went fast. 3 more minutes when you're having fun. Right. I love the conspiracy things. Speaking of which, um, I'm going to Sedona this December. I'm assuming Sumit will meet me there at some point in December. Um, and I'm hoping to see y'all there. A lot of what has been said in this conversation, with some slight rants, has a lot to do with the annual things we do anyway. Um, and I'm very curious to the adventures I'll be going through personally. New Zealand has had their own challenges, etc. And I'm very curious to see the ripples that we can cause there,
Yeah.
and the other shamans that we can meet, etc. I mean, I won't say too much about the other ones, but I will never forget having a complete hell ride with Yusumet, going from San Jose, Costa Rica, all the way to somewhere in the mountains, La Rivas.
Leave us. Yeah. Yeah,
And
I remember.
we're getting lost because fucking Google Maps ain't working for shit, and we're starving because we need to take
That's what taught us how to win in the middle of chaos, I feel like, because we
yeah,
really needed to use our freestyle shamanism
yeah,
there.
we oh man, that's also the day I learned, oh, have every possible frequency on your phone, man. Thank
Yeah.
God I had
Download
some.
them. Yeah.
Download them. Don't even think about it, man. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know when you need
Right.
it. And what else? To be able to, in the moment, accept the moment as it is, and from the most neutral state of beingness, make the most logical decision, whether it is a business decision, spiritual or other. You make it, and then you see what happens. If it fails, fuck it. We go from plan B then. And if those don't work, we call an expert. That's the way we handle it. And that has
Right.
led
And
to
that actually makes you very anti-fragile, right? Because you don't get super sensitive as an empath over every single energy spike that's happening. You're adding it to your power
ah,
now.
I'll never forget that mountain, man. The moment we went too high, it started storming, and the car was
Mm.
slipping away. And I'll never forget,
Yeah.
like in the moment, just getting out of the fucking car, finding a big rock, shoving the big rock
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
under those tires, and I'm just going like, what the fuck did I sign up for, man? And you
Well, that's the
somehow,
thing. We were trying to survive, but I don't think that's the strategy. And I think we can end on this, Ryan. Like, you don't need to survive these waves. You
yeah,
surf these waves.
yeah, yeah,
So
that's true.
when others are destabilized, you got to be the lighthouse that, where all the boats can
Yeah,
find their way in the darkness.
yeah, so true, so true. Like looking back at what you said, yeah, it's not about surviving, it's about serving it. Yes, you're moving with the waves, but you're also choosing how you want to experience these waves. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a good place to end it. My name is Ryan
All
G.
right.
I'm a co-host and co-owner of Primal Sutra and GPS Guided Primal Sutra, Sumit Chatterjee, aka Uncle Makara. I wish you all the very best. Good morning, good evening, good night. Be light and